We last heard from you with the White House. You were involved in this joint effort with some of your competitors to try to bring more testing to this country, which is so desperately needed to reopen the economy. Where are you on this? How are you providing more tests?
We continue to ramp it up. At the White House event, we were in 6 states testing. We're ramping it up to 12 states where we're testing. And one other thing that we announced this week is associates that are eligible going through the CDC guidelines on our own employees, we provide testing as well. And we think it's part of something really important. And obviously, when somebody is COVID-19 positive, you want them to quarantine.
But just for the broader population, are you opening these testing sites at Kroger stores across the country?
We typically work. We partnership with Microsoft in creating a bot that uses the CDC guidelines in terms of whether you're eligible for the test or not. The tests are free, and we partner with local state governments and local and state both in terms of the drive-thru facilities. And what we're typically doing is being able to use school space or fairgrounds space that's conducive for easy drive-thru. But at the same time, it's space that's not being utilized today for other means.
Are you expanding it? Can you do more?
Yes, we continue to expand it every single week. We are doing it at 30 different locations, and every week we're working with local states to continue to expand that. And it's something that we're doing our part to be able to get America back to work.
Yes. Well, on that front, your own workers, I know, have been a priority for you since this crisis, obviously. We heard about a Ralph's outbreak in California. Today, there's news that an Amazon warehouse worker has died in New York. How bad is it when it comes to the spread in some of these places where people have to go to work, like grocery stores?
Well, one of the things, as you know, we're one of the essential workers. And one of the things that we did early on was put in our emergency leave policy. And we ask our associates, if you're feeling ill, don't come to work, and reach out to your medical provider. And safety for our associates, safety for our customers is topmost. And we've done over 20 things in terms of plexiglass protection, physical distancing, reminding, cleaning, and on and on and on, everything that we can do to protect our associates and also protect customers as well. The other thing that we've done is a huge addition of people for our pickup and delivery business. That business has increased hugely. Obviously, that allows a customer to engage with us and not have to go through the store. And it's every single thing that we're trying to do is to make it easier for somebody to shop with us, safer for somebody to shop, and protect our associates at the same time.
I mean, it's obviously got to be costing you a ton of money to try to get all of this equipment and new procedures in place and pivot the business. We got a taste of that from Amazon's quarter, where they actually projected that they won't have a profit because they're spending so much to try to pivot and safely take care of their workers. How do you think about that cost, and what are you telling investors about it?
Yeah, on April 1st, we provided updated guidance, and one of the things at that time, we provided guidance on our sales improvements. In March was obviously about 30%. It continued to be above normal. On an earnings per share, the prior guidance, we said we were still committed to that. If you look at cumulatively, we've invested with our associates and on safety over $700 million. But that estimate was part of what we were considering when we gave guidance before.
How else does this change the trajectory for you? I mean, you've obviously got to be dealing with this 24/7 at this point, but what other plans get shifted as a result of this crisis and this huge surge in business you're dealing with, and the fact that you've got to stay open?
Yeah, one of the things that we did was reduce shopping hours to give our associates some time, downtime, time to relax, more time to keep our stores clean and restock. We continue to do that. If you look at permanent changes, I certainly believe more people will shop online and do delivery than before. But it was something that over the last several years, we've continued to expand our capacity for that part of the business. One of the things that's kind of a pleasant part of all this, if there can be one, is families coming together as families. And we have tons and tons of stories where people are baking together as a family and they're enjoying it and they're connecting with their children in ways different than they had before because they were so busy. And people are telling us they plan to keep doing that as things open back up. And for us, being able to support families and help support families coming together is something that's really important to us.
What's the status of the hoarding? That initial stock up, we saw people rush out and buy all their groceries in ridiculous amounts. I think you even warned that people should just calm down and not buy more than they need. Is that still happening, or has it completely cooled off as the weeks have gone on?
It changes. It goes from different parts of the store. So if you look at one of the initial hoarding items is toilet paper. Well, now almost always when you go into one of our stores, you'll be able to find toilet paper. If you look at baking supplies, obviously a huge increase there. I was looking the other day, yeast is up over 600% where people are baking. One of the things that this week we've put limits on in many places is some on meat items. And it's an item currently, given the news, that people are starting to hoard. And one of the things, by putting the limit on it, allows more customers to have access to the fresh meats.